as you're explaining this experiment, but I think it was done in 1994, where two people were put in a Faraday cage so no signals could get out. But there was still, the brain waves were showing that they were very, very similar. And you're showing how this proves that there's a network which operates non-locally because no signals can interact. And you were saying how this is sort of the idea behind how consciousness is non-local. And it was very, very interesting because he couldn't really wrap his head around that topic. And I find that in general life, even bringing up the subject of consciousness being non-local is like so taboo, you just don't do it, you know. But sort of using that as a case study, that conversation you had with him, um, what do you think is the reason why some people can understand, or some people are interested in finding out about consciousness and what it is, and why some people fall into a different mindset?
Well, the materialist mindset makes a lot of sense to many people because they never experience consciousness in the non-local way. See, non-locality is feeling a oneness between you and me. We are directly communicating without using signals. So in a sense, you and I have become one. That requires my consciousness, instead of identifying with my brain alone, also include you in the way that I reckon myself to be, which I call expansion of consciousness. This to experience expansion of consciousness, people need to meditate, people need to slow down, people need to pay more attention to awareness. All these things people don't want to do. And whoever don't do it, for them, it is a mystery because they always experience their consciousness as part of the brain. They cannot get used to the idea that brain can expand and involve another. Like loving somebody means that I'm including that person within my consciousness. But they don't think of love that way. They think of love as having sex. So you see how one avoids these questions of expansion. But anyone who has the experience of expanding consciousness, like anyone who has meditated seriously, or even in sex, anyone who cuddles after the sexual act is over, then they feel the expansion, that the heart is expanded to include the other. That is what is called love. So anyone who understands love, anyone who understands meditation, anyone who pays attention to the feelings that are in our body, easily accepts the idea that consciousness is the ground of being.